the whole system right now needs to be re-examined, because the other thing that like grinds my gears so much is we have this whole system where we've solved the discrimination thing because you can't put your picture in your resume anymore. Well, guess what? You are supposed to have a LinkedIn profile, and your LinkedIn profile is not complete unless you do have a picture. In fact, LinkedIn itself will say, no one's going to look at your profile because you don't have a picture here. It's incomplete. You'll have 70 times more profile views if you add a picture. Well, what about the people who are trying to get hired despite how they look? If they're older, for example, like that is a concern, and we just don't have a fix for that in the current system, and it's infuriating. Welcome to Next Job Now,
the podcast where we help you get your next job
right now. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Greg Langstaff. I'm a certified resume strategist. I've written over 2,000 resumes, and I love helping people get new jobs.
And I'm Jeff, and I have a lot of questions about job searching. Together, we're going to talk about everything you need to know about landing your next role. Today, we are talking about resume templates and the ATS system, and any of its rules, and what it is, and how to beat it.
Yeah, let's beat that ATS.
Let's beat that ATS. So, what do you have to say to those who don't even consider formatting for ATS?
I mean, you're applying through a software that is literally an applicant tracking system. If you're applying to a company that has more than probably 5 employees, it's going to go through an ATS. They are using that to like filter, to sort who are the most likely candidates. It's reading your resume. So like your resume has to be set up to be read by an ATS scanner, and it has to be optimized so that an ATS scanner is judging you as qualified and as a top candidate, so that when the hiring managers are reading the resumes, yours is going to be towards the top of the pile. They're going to actually pay attention. They're going to consider you to be a good candidate. And if you're not doing all that, you might not even have a chance.
So when we've kind of talked about how the ATS system works in the past, but how important is it that we correct the upload to the portal? So when you submit your application and then your education ends up in your professional experience ends up in your education, or your dates get mixed up for a job, do we need to go through and fix all of those mistakes? Or can we just apply because they're going to look at our resume eventually anyway, so it doesn't matter?
See, this is another reason I'm anti-easy apply. It's like going through the portal and updating the information that it's pulled from your resume is absolutely critical.
It is.
Yes, because that process exists because these companies, and even the companies who built the ATS, don't trust it to perfectly read the document every time. So that's their way of saying, hey, we might have got this wrong. Here's a chance to fix it. And that's why we have to do that annoying thing where we re-enter all the information that was in our resume into those little boxes.
And how do you feel about the fact that those portals will force us to answer questions that we intentionally kind of left off? Graduation dates, addresses.
I hate it. It's immoral. It needs to stop. We should not be allowing companies to ask your graduation dates. I think it should be illegal, because we all know that most people finish their bachelor's degree when they're 22 years old. And from that, if we have your graduation date, we can assume your exact age.
We have it uploading to the system. Yes, you should correct it. Make sure that what you're uploading matches.
Yes.
Now, is that a template issue? That's why it's being moved around, or just it doesn't matter what template you have, you're likely going to need to do that sweep?
I would always do the sweep, because even the most straightforward of templates can be misinterpreted. But if you're using a template that was designed intentionally for ATS, you're more likely to not have to worry about that. It's going to save you a lot of time. And in systems where they don't have that second degree where you get to check, you're in much better position.
You just said when you have a template that's designed for ATS,
Mm-hmm.
all of your templates, you design them specifically for ATS. So
Yes.
whether it's a 1 column, 2 column,
Mm-hmm.
you've built it designed so that it can still be read in a proper order. Can you please explain what you mean built for ATS, a template?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of rules that we need to follow. Like we want to make sure that we're not using random text boxes on all around the screen, because it may, all around the page, it may read them out of order. There's even some cases where like a text box might not show up in an ATS. That's easy enough to check when you submit, but like that is a big problem. And then another issue is like people are adding graphics. Graphics can be misinterpreted. It could be pulled as text if there's some underlying code in that like image that you included. Colors are generally safe, but we don't want to layer colors on top of each other too much. Like one, a nice blue with white font on top, that's fine. But like we're not gonna go with like a gray background with then some like pink overlay and a splash of orange and a gradient, like that kind of stuff just, it doesn't work.
I was picturing like a 3D glasses, that if the hiring manager put the 3D glasses on, they'd be like, whoa, man, very cool.
I mean, that would stand out if you knew you could put the resume and the 3D glasses in the hiring manager's hand.
Yeah, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's an in-person printing resume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the ATS, we're breaking some rules probably doing that.
Yeah, and like color wise, I usually stick to like blue, like a navy blue, gray, black and white, maybe a little pink or a little green, but like subtle professional colors.
Now you talked about some rules.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do an activity. And it's called how to tank your ATS readability.
Okay.
So we're going to play a little game. We have these whiteboards.
Courtesy of Telestrations.
Telestrations. Never played Telestrations.
It's a good time.
Okay.
You're an artist. You would enjoy Telestrations.
I would enjoy Telestrations.
Although I'll say it's important to have someone who's also bad at art to make Telestrations fun.
Yeah.
But you can have a good artist as well.
All right. So what we're going to do in this activity is we're going to go back and forth and write down the best way to tank your ATS readability.
Okay.
And then we're going to make sure that we do not have the same answer. So there's lots of different ways to tank your ATS.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put them all down. Just put one right now.
Okay.
So right now on your sheet, but your goal is don't use the same one that I'm going to use.
All right.
So then let's say the number one way to tank it is to...
Hey, I have a question for you.
Ask me anything.
With your affliction, are you okay to use whiteboard markers?
My affliction.
You're left-handed.
I know. It's going to get dirty. This episode's our dirtiest episode.
Oh, man.
All right. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Use Canva.
Skip keywording.
What's the number? Which one gets the point? I think I win.
You actually do win.
Yeah.
I was afraid to use the same one as you, so I went to the second most.
What do you mean by skip keywording?
Okay, so like there's two parts to ranking well on an ATS. Like, yeah, you got to be readable. And you're right. If you're using Canva, you're probably like not in a position where it's even going to see all your experience. But you also want to rank well in the ATS because it sorts candidates based on relevance for the reader. Contrary to popular belief, it's very uncommon that it will just say, don't read this person's resume at all. But it will likely push you to the bottom, and maybe they only needed 5 people they wanted to interview, and before they even get down to you, they've already got their 5, and then you have barely a chance.
Yeah.
So like keywording is really the practice of looking at the job description, seeing what words they're using to describe the work you'll do in the job, and then putting those words 2 to 3 times into your resume. We use like a key skills section so we can just pop them in there without any context, but then it's also really important to use these to inspire your bullet points.
Inspire or like in the bullet point?
Well, if you're speaking about them properly, they will come up word for word. But like that's easy. A keyword is usually a 1 to 3 word phrase.
Give me an example.
Email marketing.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. Or like cardiovascular anesthesiology.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So very specific industry term for that role.
Or sorry, cardiac anesthesiology. Yeah.
Good correction.
I don't know. There could be
Yeah.
a couple people out there who caught that.
I
as a
was
mistake.
judging you quietly for your lack of expanded vocabulary.
I'm so
I know
sorry.
thousands of words, as we know. So
Yes.
yeah. Should we just skip to the next one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Another way to tank your ATS readability. I'm winning. For sure. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Print and scan to save as PDF. Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
yeah, if you print your resume
Yeah.
and then rescan it so you can save it as a PDF, you've absolutely destroyed your readability.
Yes. If you are creating your resume on a computer, you can save it as a PDF. Both
Don't
Google Docs and Word, and maybe even Pages. I
don't
know.
scan to upload your resume.
No. But I feel like you've cheated a little bit here because who's doing that?
Someone is doing this.
We have had a couple clients send their resume and it's a scanned printed page. Okay, I wrote not check/correct the autofill form, which is what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like you gotta take some time to see if what it pulled from your resume is accurate.
All right. Yours is more realistic, so we'll give you the point.
Do you want to hack for this? Do you want to hack for this?
I always love a hack.
Okay, so your resume as a document might not be perfectly formatted for copying and pasting.
Yeah.
Like bullet points in a Word doc are going to come up weird when you copy and paste them into like a form.
Okay.
So I would always have a separate document that is your resume built to copy and paste. So instead of like actual bullet points, it's just the dash and then the space. So it'll go in nicely. It's formatted so there is a space between like the overview and the bullet points, and it's not just that auto like fake block that or the paragraph extension thing. Like, and then it might be also you might have a version for various word count limits as well. Because specific jobs might have a character count, a word count. So you have your 2,000 character version, you have your 1,000 character version.
Another way to tank your ATS readability. I'm ready. I'm gonna get this one.
Okay, ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1. Not have your name at the top. Oh,
I just have a funny story here.
you do?
Yeah,
This has happened?
yeah. So like, like a few people, fun template design, but it's like your name maybe is on the right, slightly lower than like the city you're from. So
Oh.
I've had someone whose name was like Alice or something. I don't remember the exact name, but was from a town called like, I don't know, Trenton. And it was like they got an interview. So I guess this kind of worked, but the interview was like, "Hello, Trenton. Like, we're excited to invite you for an interview."
Oh my God. Because it's going to read your name as the first thing in the document.
Yeah.
So then it auto-populated to, "Hello, Trenton."
Yeah, and Trenton got an interview.
So it didn't tank the ATS readability. Well,
No, you're right. No, this is not a good one, I guess.
it tanked the readability
Mhm.
because your name's not Trenton.
Yes. Yes, it did tank your readability, but
But
not
your resume, it
job
didn't
title.
tank your resume.
It was,
It didn't tank your chances.
it was a good resume. Otherwise.
So I said white hidden text
Yeah.
where you just copy and paste the job description. They can see that.
Yes.
It shows up.
Yes. Like the ATS pulls it, and even in those auto-populate forms, it's going to have all that there. So if you have the job description just sitting there, they're going to notice.
It's going to confuse the heck, especially your name might end up being coordinator special events
Well, if I was to do that, which I would never do, I definitely wouldn't put it at the top.
in the header. You put it in the footer. This is not a good.
I wouldn't do
We're not
it.
here to do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't.
Don't do it.
All right. That's it for me.
All right.
The winner is...
I think it's you.
Let us know in the comments who won.
Oh. And thank you to Telestrations for the sketchbooks.
Not sponsored.
Not that they sent them to. I just
Yet.
have. Yeah. You know who should sponsor this podcast? A board game.
I see it. All right. Thanks for playing, Greg. At the end of the day, Greg, what is more important? Beating the ATS, designing a resume that's going to get through and correctly apply everything in the right spots in the ATS system, or designing a template that a human is going to read and inevitably look through?
Oh, I don't think you have to decide. Like, it's not hard to build a template that is ATS friendly and is a very professional, easy to follow, and has enough space to convey all your professional branding, your key skills, your title, your maybe a career highlights, professional summary, and then all your great experience. Like, all the templates on our website, ATS optimized, but made for a hiring manager to see how great you are.
So if you're designing a template, so you have to think of both then, is what you're saying. You can't design a template that is so optimized for ATS that it's just going to populate, but it looks like code.
Yeah.
Because that, once the hiring manager opens it, that's not how a human looks at a resume. And they're going to say, no. And there's no personality. There's no.
Like, if you're too scared of just ATS friendly, you're going to have this very plain, ugly document which says to the hiring manager, I'm not going to go above and beyond. It's like my favorite analogy, an ugly resume template is like showing up to a job interview in your pajamas. Like, it doesn't affect your ability to do the job, but yes, it presents someone who is unprofessional, not willing to try hard, and probably doesn't understand the like social and professional conventions of the space they're going to be working in.
So you're saying, again, to recap, one is not more important than the other.
No. So the two resumes are on screen. One is nicely formatted, one isn't, but the one that isn't is a more skilled person. So I'm going to pop up with both of the resumes on screen, and I'm going to say, this person, pointing at the less like nicely designed resume, this person is more qualified than this person, point at the other one, but this person, the one who's less qualified, is going to get hired, and here's why.
Oh,
right? It's contrarian, but it will teach a very important lesson.
I can't wait to see it.
And if you're listening to this podcast, if you already saw this video, I hope it was a success.
Yeah, I hope it will be a great video.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
I'm sure. How do you feel when you hear people blame ATS for not getting through?
Sad.
Tell me more.
Well, here's the thing. You will never find out that it was ATS that blocked you from getting through. So these people are looking for a scapegoat. Because if it's not ATS's fault, whose fault is it?
My fault.
It's your fault, Jeff.
It probably is my fault.
Not Jeff specifically, but, it's all our faults. If it's not ATS, we have to look at ourselves.
Yeah.
And when people say, I'm just not getting through the ATS, we are not then thinking critically about how to improve our resume. We're not thinking, maybe my bullet points aren't very impressive. Or worse, maybe I haven't been very good at my work, so I don't have enough to brag about. That is the mindset I'm trying to drive home. We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Like, you want the onus to be on you. You want to feel some accountability so you can improve. Obviously, I don't want people getting too down on themselves, but at the same time, to move forward, it's nice to just look at how we can improve.
It is now time for my favorite segment, Unusual Interviews, where we ask each other questions that we hope you never get asked in an interview. If childhood, Greg, was given a shopping spree at the mall, what store would you run to first?
What is now called GameStop, probably, which was at one time EB Games.
EB Games.
Yeah.
Get that 2K.
Yes, yes, or EA Sports or whatever. But also, I was like, as you know, pretty big into just Nintendo 64 in general at the time. So probably would have rated all the games there.
Yeah, get the NFL Blitz.
Yeah,
get destroyed by Jeff again.
I beat you every time.
I got destroyed.
He thought he could beat me. I practice. All right, Jeff. All right. I wanted to know similar childhood-related question.
Childhood Jeff is the best.
I'm excited to hear.
Yeah, he's the same as he is now.
Great. Not surprised. What is or was your favorite game within the realm of non-video games but non-board games? So tabletop, we're talking foosball, pool, ping pong, darts, that world.
I love to play pool and ping pong.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a couple of a pool table at home. We had a ping pong table at home.
Nice.
Growing up. We were a bit of a board game family. So we played some games. I wouldn't say a lot of tabletop besides pool. But we were very sports.
Yeah.
Basketball in the front yard.
Yeah.
We have a nice hoop.
Play catch on the hostas.
Yeah. That's you got to dribble through the hostas, get that layup. Yeah. I would say tabletop, definitely I like pool. I still enjoy.
Nice.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Next Job Now. If you enjoyed our episode, please subscribe, send to a friend, give us a review. We love doing these episodes and we love having you listen. Don't forget to grab free resources off of Greg's website, greglangstaff.com. Join us next week when we talk about how to properly brand your resumes and what skills you should be including.
We'll see you then.